Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Ziggs game, and this is probably the game with the longest loading screen in the history of League of Legends. It literally took like 6 or 7 minutes, and yeah, since this is the third time I'm recording this game, I'm not really a happy man at the moment, but you can imagine that. Fortunately, since I knew that this loading screen was very long, I could actually go do something else this time. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing this for you guys. Anyway, we have Ziggs here, the new champion, the daring bombardier. No, I don't know what he's called, but I don't really care either. Um, let's see. Yeah, Ziggs is kind of throws bombs everywhere. So since this is the first game of him on my channel, by the way, it works like this: that when there's a new champion out, the first one who sends me a game with him or replay with him actually gets his game on the channel. So those are often the same guys because they know this rule well applies to any champion. So they send in the first game they play, and therefore I'm not expecting great plays here. It is just a matter of seeing what the champion does and how he handles himself in lane. Anyway, a little bit about the game. We have Xin Zhao in the jungle here, Shen in the enemy jungle. We have a Nidalee support on the enemy team. We don't have a support on this team, which means that the bottom lane is going to share some experience, which is Caitlyn and Renekton. So both of them will have a reduced amount of minion kills, and yeah, that will cost them their late game probably. So anyway, the innate ability at first, you already could see the countdown here. Every 12 seconds you get additional bonus damage based on your attack damage. Ability power, sorry. Yeah, I'm not actually sure because it says the next basic attack deals 27 plus 16 bonus magic damage. And yeah, that scales up per level, by the way. I'm assuming that's instead of the normal damage, because otherwise it would actually become less, and that would be very strange. So anyway, if you use a skill, the cooldown gets reduced by 4 seconds, and 4 seconds is a really big amount, because that means that if you just spam 3 skills, you can do basic attack, 3 skills, basic attack, and you would do a lot more damage with those 2 basic attacks, as well as of course hit the skills. So it does mean that, well, you get a lot of well, potential damage potential in a really short time. And anyway, we will discuss the rest of the skills here. Bouncing Bomb, the skill that was taken at level 1. It is your main damage source. It currently at level 2 that already does 120 damage. And yeah, we will see the Xin Zhao come in here, getting pinged by the Ziggs, and Xin Zhao is going to gang this guy. Unfortunately, Ziggs didn't hit with the with the skills and doesn't get an assist here. It's not even first blood, because at the same moment this happened, the top lane also gets a kill. So unfortunately, still 0-0-0 here on Ziggs. But anyway, the Bouncing Bomb is going to be your main damage skill. It has quite a long range, and if you throw it, it will bounce 2 times, and after that it will explode, or it will explode when it hits an enemy. And you can actually, well, hit or launch it further than the actual, well, circle around here, the actual range. But yeah, you have to take care that the bomb can also bounce over opponents. If the bomb is not on the ground, then when it hits a champion, it will just continue on. So you can basically bounce over champion, and that kind of, yeah, isn't really what you want to happen, of course. But anyway, as you can see, he's using it quite a lot. The bouncing bomb seems to be a very nice skill to have. It's only 80 mana, which is not a whole lot. Then again, yeah, it does do quite a bit of damage. The satchel charge then, the W, is kind of a square thingy he throws on the ground, and when you detonate it, all the enemy champion and Ziggs get thrown away from the satchel, from the midpoint basically of the explosion. And you can use it to either well, transport yourself or transport your enemies. So a knockback is kind of the technical term, I guess. And it can be used as a utility spell. Currently has 1 point in it because it's not about the damage, although it is quite a nice AoE. As you can see, it's the standard AoE distance, where the bouncing bomb is kind of smaller, and the minefield, the next one, is also the same AoE. The ultimate, by the way, is much bigger, but we'll get to that. So we see him going a little bit aggressive here on Ahri. Ahri, who hasn't been doing too great versus Ziggs, but I guess that's because Ziggs is new and people still need to learn how to play against him. Yeah, the Hexplosive Minefield then. The Hexplosive Minefield is kind of a circle with a number of bombs. We will see him put it down every now and then. It's also 80 mana, which is not a whole lot. I mean, we see a lot heavier mana skills on champions. 80 mana is still pretty steep mana cost for well, the individual skills, but I guess that's to prevent spamming the innate ability. Because if you could spam these skills, that would really suck for your opponents, because they would get damaged quite a lot by just this skill, and you can still farm quite a bit. So I guess that's why the mana costs are quite high. So Ahri just a little bit too late on the harassment there and didn't actually keep him there. Anyway, the mines, yeah, they trigger individually, so if opponents run over only one mine, it will do, at this point, 56 damage to them. And yeah, and they will get slowed for 20% for 2 seconds. If they run over additional mines, they only take half the damage. And yeah, they will that will renew the slow, of course, but it always does. Anyhow, it's quite a useful spell. It's also kind of a utility spell, so it's not really meant to do a whole lot of damage. It's meant to be used as a slow, or kind of a, well, to cut off an escape path, I guess. That would be the most useful thing. And I think Ahri is dead here. No. She didn't get hit by a lot of the bombs. Only 2 bombs hit her. If she was hit by more than that, the ultimate would have finished her off. But I guess that is not the case. So in this case, probably the ultimate will come in. Oh, nice flash from Ahri, but it is not going to save her. There we go. Anyway, bouncing bomb finishing it off. Then the ultimate, I already showed the range. It has 2 ranges. First of all, an inner circle and then a much bigger outer circle. If you hit someone in the inner circle, it does the full magic damage. The enemies in the outer circle will only take 75% of that damage. So that's still a decent amount. The fact that the AoE is pretty big is very useful too. and the skill will actually go over about half the map. So if you can run to, I guess, here, you can reach the bottom lane. And yeah, same goes for top lane, obviously. So you can help out everywhere on the map if you're, well, smart with it. Obviously, you cannot hit any place on the map, because if you're in base, for example, like he is now, you can only hit up to about the middle of the map. I think it's about this turret, somewhere here. Anyway, Misfortune coming in to try to prevent them from doing dragon, and then I, yeah, coming in to kind of try to do some damage, and this guy is going to die. Yep. I don't know why Caitlyn flashed there, because Caitlyn has her ability to launch the 90 caliber net, and that should have been fine to jump over the wall, but maybe she didn't level it up yet. I don't know. Anyhow, Zinzao failing a little bit there, but that's quite alright. And Nidalee coming in to help push this mid lane. I don't know why they would want to push it, because at this moment they're not really, yeah, capable of winning this lane yet, even with the two of them. And yeah, Ziggs smartly going for the Catalyst first here. Catalyst, which is kind of the safe opening on many of the mid characters, because it gives you a lot of mana, a lot of health, and it does give you a lot of healing as well. So not just health, it heals you for quite a big amount when you level up each time. And a nice ultimate there to cut off the retreat, making sure that she couldn't go anywhere, and yeah, that worked out quite well. Anyway, the skills, yeah, that's it about the skills. Oh yeah, you can throw the Inferno Bomb, so the ultimate, virtually anywhere on the map, as I said, but there is a big advantage to throwing it closer, because then it will land almost immediately, where otherwise you will have some trouble. And Zinzao is almost getting killed, but Misfortune running into the complete minefield, getting slowed quite a bit there. And is she going to die? Yes, she is. So nicely done there. It seems like there was kind of a kill steal, but it basically adds 70% of the gold to that kill. And yeah, that's what I thought would come out, because people don't like to do that, or like that happen to them. But very simply put, if you have this, Ziggs still gets 70% of that gold, and Caitlyn gets 100% of the gold. Obviously, that would be better than one player getting 100% of the gold and the other player getting nothing. Basically, you get 70% more, and yeah, that's good for the team. And I don't know what Caitlyn's doing here. Yeah, that is never smart to do. But anyway. Renekton was taking some damage anyway, so Ziggs decided to just finish off the turret. And yeah, Ziggs seems to be really skilled already with his bouncing bomb, because he's hitting quite a lot of them, although it is quite a slow projectile and it is a skill shot, so it's not really easy to land. And of course, as I say that, he misses one, but that's quite alright. He does have quite a lot of mana now with his Catalyst. Catalyst adds 325 mana, and that is quite a lot, considering that, well, most of your skills... oh wow, everything is now 100, except for the satchel charge. 100 is a lot more than 80, obviously, even relatively speaking. Because early game, yeah, the 100 would be almost too much for any skill, because you only have like 400 mana normally on champions. But it seems that with the catalyst he's doing alright. He hasn't been in a lot of trouble. He has 1250 mana. And there goes the ultimates. By the way, they added a little icon for these kind of global ultimates on the map, which I like a really whole lot. So for the Ashe arrow, so the Ashe ultimate, but also for Ziggs, you have a little icon flying over the map, so people can actually, your team can actually see where the arrow is going to be or where the bomb is going to land. Obviously, the bomb, yeah, it can be seen from the thing it draws on the floor, which is kind of a warning for your enemies. And oh, that's cute. Can I take blue? Of course you can take blue. It's your blue. Go, take it. And it's really waiting for an answer here. Wow. So anyway, while he was waiting, the mid lane is getting pushed quite a bit. And Renekton is coming in to help out here a little bit. Yeah, he could have saved this damage on his turret by just going for the blue, and the blue is yours anyway. The blue is for the AP mid, and well, Ziggs at 4-0. Yeah, that should be good enough, I should say. So minefield going down, and that triggers the ultimate for Arai here. And in the meantime, they are going to chase after Nidalee, but not going to get her. And Ari is there as well. Ari misses her taunt, no, kiss, whatever. And that is actually a shame, because she would have gotten a kill out of that, I think, if she was just a little bit more careful with where she hit her skills. Anyway, this is an obvious kill. There we go. It's a shame that nobody got an assist on that, because as I said, that adds 70% more. And that is a huge deal. That is also what decides games, by the way. It's not just the amount of kills. And yeah, just get out of here. No. Yeah, he's too late getting out of there now. He has no escapes. Yeah, and 3 versus 1, they can easily tower dive. There we go. Was that actually 4? Yeah, that's 4 now. Since I was probably going to die as well, because it is still 4 versus 1 if the fourth guy is still here. Oh, Caitlyn just arrived, and oh, what was that actually, Caitlyn? I don't know. Anyhow, the enemy team doesn't want to pressure this too much, although they were ahead in that fight, so they could have taken that out, I think. In the meantime, mid lane is just getting pushed a little bit, and bottom lane is already, well, at the second turret. So Renekton happily farming on there, and Riven now in the jungle, it seems. Or no, she's just going for the Ahri here. So yeah, unfortunately I did this game already, and that means that now I already know what's going to happen, and I'm trying to find different things to see. I was trying out some new software, but yeah, something went wrong. I don't know what, but it definitely wasn't good, because the sound and the video were not actually linked together, so they kind of drifted apart over time. Really sucks when that happens. Anyway, yeah, he's dead here. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, he flashed a little bit too late because, well, with all of the stuns and snares and God knows what, there was nothing he could do. And basically, yeah, that is all there's to it. I mean, if you have a lot of snares and taunts and such on the on a team, then you can pick off at least one champion very easily. And that's exactly what happened here. So it seems that the team is kind of divided between, well, bottom, mid and top, with very few people going for mid, even though it's the only lane that is really being pushed by the enemy. But they are going to get an easy dragon here. Yeah, bottom lane and top lane are pushed quite a bit. Enough to make them feel well, make them feel safe, basically. Also enough to basically allow ganks from the players, from the enemy players. And mid lane is quite the opposite. Could be ganked pretty easily because it's all the time being ganked, being invaded by the enemies. They keep chipping away at this turret. And it seems that now top lane is suffering the same. And unfortunately, nobody could save that. So the satchel charge helping him over the wall, and Shen is going to attempt to suicide, but that's not going to work anytime soon. There we go. Easy enough. And yeah, it's virtually impossible to suicide against global ultimates, such as the one from Ziggs, which isn't completely global. It's not like the ultimate from what's his face, Gangplank, because Gangplank's ultimate is really global. You can plant it down anywhere on the map for now, but I guess against Twisted Fate and such, it is also yeah, quite hard to suicide. Anyway, mid lane now, yeah, being defended by 3, and yeah, since there are only, oh, there are 3 enemy champions here. I want to say, yeah, they're going to have an easy time because there were only 2 enemy champions here, but there are actually 4 now. If Maokai still is here, yeah, he is, and Shen is also here. So yeah, we see Riven getting killed quite easily there, and I was wondering whether the champions here were going to do anything about that. Ultimates from Misfortune cleaning out all of the minions, and although that seems, well, suboptimal, it is still a good use of the ultimate. Misfortune getting damaged quite a bit there by everything. Oh, fail flash, and no, not managing to get the kill. But yeah, the ultimate from Shen was still up, so he would have saved that anyway. Well, no, he wouldn't have saved that. No, never mind. He would have never saved that because, well, as you could see, the ultimate came in way after the skill shot, the bouncing bomb, and the bouncing bomb would have finished her off if it had enough range, but apparently it didn't. And yeah, after that Shen came in with his ultimate, but yeah, that was really too late. So at least the Shen ultimate is down, but so is Ziggs. Ziggs has a relatively short cooldown of only 80 seconds at this point. That is level 2, and that is with blue buff. Making the cooldown reduction 24%. And refresh on the blue buff here. Yeah, it seemed kind of nice to push bottom lane, but they're going to go mid lane again. That's fine. And yeah, Ziggs seems to be a really fun champion to play. Sorry if I repeat myself, but I don't really remember what I said the previous times, and yeah, what I've actually said in this game. But yeah, he seems like a really fun champion to play. He's kind of a utility champion that has one damage skill, kind of like Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger also has a lot of utility spells and then has the rockets to do damage. But yeah, the bouncing bomb seems to be really a lot better than the rockets, and that probably makes that Ziggs will be a contender for, well, a real. Oh, that didn't work. But that probably means that Ziggs will be a champion that actually is going to, well, do damage in the future. I do think that he will get nerfed in the first time they're going to adjust his power levels, and quite hard actually, because I think the damage on bouncing bomb is too much, especially early levels, and I think they will place a little bit of a deployment time for the minefield, because at the moment you can just throw it at someone and there is no way they can escape it. And I'm not sure if they want to keep that, but especially compared to other champions, it is relatively easy to hit. And there we go, another kill. I wanted to hear the death animation actually. It's not, yeah, it's not that great, but yeah, it's okay, I guess. Anyway, yeah, they discussed here that Baron killed him, but if we see here, there's 1650 damage from Ahri out of 2200, and Baron, yeah, did the rest maybe, but that is not, that didn't say, wouldn't have saved him even if he didn't attack Baron. So Shen getting killed here, and yeah, Dragon is up, so they might as well go for Dragon now. They have been keeping up with Dragon pretty well. I think they got every one of them, and that is a good deal because that actually wins your games. Obviously that's why they're so far ahead at this moment. The 19 to 10, yeah, it's kind of a reflection of how strong your champions are normally. In solo queue, low level. In high level it's more of a skill thing. Yeah, but in low level, as soon as you get into the team fight phase, it's more about how strong the champions are, and yeah, you basically just throw the teams together and try to do as much damage as possible to whoever you can reach. And in the meantime we see Ziggs getting the blue buff and Xin Zhao getting the red buff. And I do keep the dragon timers, which is excellent. So almost cleaning out the minion wave with just the minefield, but does need a few bouncing bombs to finish that off. And does have the ultimate here, and the ultimate is going to finish someone off. Come on. There we go. No, it didn't finish her off. Wow. So Ahri apparently building something defensive, or well, just automatically is a little bit tankier. Maybe has some runes that that are tanky. Hang on, we can see that. No, it's it may be runes. It may just be the mastery setup, but that really didn't do as much damage as I expected. So we see Riven really getting aggressive here. And is she actually going to get out? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Second time I forgot, by the way. No, because last time I was following Riven as well, and I wanted to get the kill this time, but yeah, the Ziggs get caught. And unfortunately, Riven decides to run away from the misfortune. Yeah, you have a 1 in 2 chance basically. You can either teleport from here or recall from here, or you can run all the way through here and basically escape to your turret. Because, well, there's a 50-50 chance that someone will actually just follow you around, and then you would escape if you just ran to your turret, like she did now. And if she ran like she did now, then yeah, the better way to do it would have been to teleport from the bush at blue. So there is no best solution here, it is just a matter of getting lucky. The best solution, by the way, would have been to go around here, go up top, and teleport from here, or recall from here somewhere. But yeah, well, nobody does that, and that's why it's the best solution, because nobody expects you to do that. Not getting the raids here, which is quite surprising. And we see Maokai just running around a little bit, probably warding up. I'm not sure if he has wards. Alright, this was the Maokai with the worst build ever. He's 0 and 6 and he's building Archangel Staffs, so multiple Archangel Staffs. Although that doesn't really do anything. I'll explain in a minute why not, because there is a little bit of a team fight going off. And yeah, they are going to lose the Xin Zhao here, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem, since they do get a kill back for that. And yeah, we're still not entirely clear here, but the flash saves Ahri there. And we are going to get out of this. Ziggs is at blue, wants to have a new blue, but blue is not up. Anyway, the Archangel Staff, the first one gives you 1000 extra mana, so basically gives you 1400 mana, and then gives you 3% of that as ability power. The second one only gives you 400 mana, and then gives you 3% of the mana and ability power. So it only adds a little bit of AP and a little bit of mana, but you have to spend a whole lot of money on that, because the Archangel Staff costs 4,000? I don't know. Let's look it up. No, it's less. It's 3,000. Oh, hang on, because I don't want to waste the whole game. Let me look up Archangel Staff. Now, come on. There we go. Archangel Staff. Oh, okay. Is apparently 2000 plus 860. So that's yeah, 2800 gold. Oh, I can actually well, never mind. About 2800 gold, and you pay that for basically getting a little bit of extra mana, which you don't need, and a little bit of AP, which would be better spent, obviously, on a death cap or something like that. If you really don't want to have the health or whatever, the better solution would of course be the Rod of Ages, which is a lot cheaper, gives you about the same amount of AP, gives you mana, and gives you health, and also gives you the level up effect. So all in all, a much better choice than stacking Archangel Staffs, which don't add anything to your champion except for a little bit of AP. And yes, they do give you a little bit of mana, but you don't need that much mana. Okay, very strange way to do the wolves, but apparently was afraid that his 400 health wouldn't be enough to get the wolves, but it is plenty, so no worries. Getting CV'd here, and they are going to lose the red buff, I think. Oh no, the red buff's still there, never mind. Shen is going to try to get away, but running away from a Xin Zhao is pretty hard to do, and he is going to manage to do so, because Xin Zhao wasn't actually paying attention or something. And yeah, they're not going to get any kills out of this, unfortunately. And with a clearly visible trap like this, you're not going to catch anyone. So apparently they were really low, but yeah, I cannot really see that because of the way this replay system works. So anyhow, we're coming mid here and going straight for blue. And yeah, kiting the golem through the minefield and thereby getting the most out of his mines. And there we go, easy blue buff. Anyhow, Shen apparently is thinking that it's good to get the blue buff on Shen because, well, he got lucky there. And he got a little bit of cooldown reduction from it, but it means that your mid laner doesn't have blue buff. And this Misfortune is dead, wasting his ultimate there in an attempt to steal that. And that is a real shame. We will see if that comes into play in the next 50 seconds. If he actually needs his ultimate to get a kill. And yeah, a little bit of harass going off. Both teams have... Oh, there's your kill. Yeah, that would have been a kill with the ultimate. But yeah... yeah, now he's dead. Yeah, the minefield really doesn't help against Nidalee at all. And... yeah, Ahri now picking up another assist. Ahri would have been dead and there would have been no way they could have lost this fight, because this Renekton is going to die as well. Although he might survive, I don't know. He's Renekton. No. I thought he might have jumped over this wall and be safe. But Xin Zhao might actually get something positive out of this. No, he's spotted and they're engaging on him. Or, well, following him. But it seems that was a 3-4-0 trade. Or 3-for-1 because Misfortune died. But yeah, it should have been a 3-4 or well, a 2-for-0. Basically by killing the what's her name, Ahri. He would have, well, they would have never been in this situation. They would have been 5 versus 3. And the enemy would have never been able to engage there. And now it's 4 versus 4, or no, 4 versus 5. They still were able to do this and actually come out ahead. So I'm not sure if he could have saved himself there, because, well, Ziggs is pretty squishy. And I don't think he could have prevented the Nidalee from jumping on him, but yeah, well, we will never know, I guess. Unfortunately, there's no such thing in this game as training scenarios, so basically playing the same situation over and over. You just have to play a whole lot of games to learn how to handle situations. But you should never use your ultimate to try to kill steal kill that is or to secure a kill that is already secured, which was the case here. Oh, that was an excellent use of the ultimate, and they're going to get both of these. Very nicely thrown ultimates, and yeah, wow. Getting 2 kills out of that. Yeah, your ultimate should always be used to either get a kill or to protect your allies. And that goes for virtually any champion. I cannot really see which ultimate would be different. Anyway, yeah, it's a little bit of a mistake, but I'm sure it won't cost them the game, because they are still ahead by 30 to 19 kills, and I think they still have every dragon that was there. Dragon should be up in a few minutes, so it's still about 2 minutes, I think. Let me see. Yeah, dragon was up at 32, so they missed it probably. Yeah, they took it. Okay. So they forgot to get to the dragon, so they lost 1 now, which still makes them ahead by I think 1. I'm not sure. So I wonder if they're going to go for the Baron here. Anyway, they have 1 Wriggle Sword, the enemy has 2. So I think the enemy just warded Baron and just knows that they're not there. Oh, Nidalee was here. Ari's here with Fail Maokai. I would have just engaged on Fail Maokai here with Ari. And just leave Ari for what she is. Maokai is stacking a 3rd Archangel Staff here. Really not doing anything. His AP ratios are really bad. And as I said, the Archangel Staff is not a really efficient item after the first one. The first one, of course, is really useful because you get 1400 mana from it. And the second and third ones, yeah, you're pretty much wasting your money on them. But it has been a build ever since Archangel Staff, well, it came out, and basically it never was a good build. So yeah, because there are way better ways to get the same amount of AP, and yeah, as I said, you don't need the mana. Especially with Death Cap now, which multiplies your available AP. The stacking of these Archangel Staffs is really quite stupid. Anyhow, Ziggs trying to get another blue buff, and there we go. So the mana will shoot up again. And what's the cooldown reduction now? 24% still. Oh, it doesn't have any cooldown reduction items, duh. Yeah, that's 20% from the blue buff and 4% from the masteries. And wow, yeah, that was a lot of damage going off right there. And fortunately, this Caitlyn is going to get out of this. Or not. They're going really aggressive on her. They are going to fail to get her. And Renekton might actually be able to finish one of them off. No. No, just completely, yeah, disengaging there with the 2 of them. Even though, yeah, he does have Warmock's armor, Atmos Impaler, so he should be able to survive that pretty well. And he doesn't have any magic resist except for the Mercury Strats, but yeah, that's not really bought for the magic resist at all. And yeah, if we look at the enemy team, Shen does magic damage, Maokai just does magic damage, Nidalee does magic damage, Ari does magic damage, and Misfortune does about 50% magic damage. So yeah, I would say it's still a useful investment to get some magic resist. Yeah, Ziggs of course solving this problem by getting Will of the Ancients and getting Spellvamp. And giving Spellvamp to all of his allies as well. And the enemy just got Baron. Because nobody wards. There are no wards on the map except for this one. And unfortunately they didn't see the enemy doing Baron. They might have been able to stop it. But we will never know. Anyway, it would have been easy for Ziggs to steal that with the Mega Inferno Bomb. Because, well, it does 900 and something damage. And you can aim it pretty well. I mean, if it's a stationary target, then it's really easy to hit in the center. And smiting against the 900 damage nuke is kind of hard to do. So I guess yeah, Ziggs will be one of the new Baron stealers, where we normally have like Lux to do that, or I guess Pantheon. I guess Ziggs will be used for that quite a bit, and we will see those videos showing up on YouTube in not too long. So a little bit of poke going off on both sides. Yeah, the minefield keeping them away from the bushes there. And the minefield stays there for 10 seconds, which is actually a really long time to block off an entire entrance. And since you can see whether the mines are still there, you can actually see when someone is walking into them. Obviously the mines are clearly visible. And we are going to pick up some minions here. Anyhow, going back to the mid lane, we see that the enemy team is deciding to push this turret. There's not a whole lot they can do, because, well, with the Baron buff and 4 champions there, they are just too strong. And yeah, especially if you focus too much of your attention to Shen, because Shen basically cannot get killed at this moment. He is way too tanky. So they lose a turret, which is not the worst ever. It's still okay. And the traps here are really nice to have, because someone will have to step in them, and yeah, they will get damaged quite a bit. And another useless Maokai ultimate going down. He's been doing that all game, though I just realized I haven't pointed that out before now. And Maokai teleporting, and unfortunately no stuns went off. Only Riven has a stun from these guys, and yeah, didn't get it off in time, or well, not at all. And Maokai just teleported here. I don't know why he would teleport. You might as well just walk there, but I guess he didn't need it. Would fail on the satchel there. But the double golems weren't there anyway. And dragon will come up? I don't know. I don't know if they have a dragon timer here. 45:30, so that's now. Yep, and there it is. So they did know that the enemy would be coming for this, obviously. And a nice ultimate, taking 2 people out of the fight immediately. And are going to get 2 kills here. And oh wow, this Caitlyn. Oh, that's misfortune. Sorry, that misfortune. And Renekton is going to die here. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. That was completely unnecessary. Because he was out of the fight already. He could have just hit B and went home. Anyway, Ziggs is in some trouble here. Oh, nice, nice, nice. The Nidalee realizing that she needed to either kill Caitlyn or Caitlyn was going to kill her. And yeah, nicely done. No, they shouldn't take dragon. Don't take dragon. Take the inhibitor, then go for dragon. Okay, this guy going home, and this guy going for dragon, and this guy going for the inhibitor, which means that obviously they're going to take dragon. That is no problem, but they're not going to take this inhibitor. And we're going to fast forward a little bit because this is just going to be takedown of the turrets. And yeah, as you can see, the whole enemy team is back up. They could have easily gotten the inhibitor here and then ran back and gotten the dragon while the enemy team tries to clear up the minions that are here. But Shen is going to go straight towards the dragon. And yep, he is now seeing that it's no longer there. And another blue buff on Ziggs. And by now they should be able to finish this game because, well, it seems about time. And I really wonder in a few weeks when people are used to playing Ziggs whether it will have changed the playstyle, because I think Ziggs will become more of a utility champion that also does some damage, but not like he's played now as a purely damage dealer. Kind of like it took some time to for people to get get the hang of Ahri. And by now Ahri is one of the one of the mainly played champions in mid lane. She's not really the most played, but one of them at least. And she's actually seeing some tournament play now. The randomness from Ahri kind of holds the professional players back a little bit, because the W and the ultimate are really hard to predict. Well, they're impossible to predict because they're random. But if you use them in the correct situations, it is pretty easy to land them on whatever you want to land them on. For example, if you use your ultimate when there's only an enemy champion around and no minions, it's pretty easy to land them. Anyhow, yeah, we see Maokai dying once again, and then Ahri getting a double kill. Wow. And yeah, complete cleanup here by the 3 guys that were left, and they're going to finish the game now. Yeah, Maokai really screwing up this whole game with his 3 Archangel staffs. It seems that 4, 8, 9 is a pretty decent score, but seeing that he has the most gold on his team... Oh no, this guy probably has a little more, but he has about the most gold on his team. Yeah, he completely didn't do anything. And yeah, that's what makes it so useless. He could have been an excellent super tanky character that can grab people and make sure that he doesn't die, but his team could finish off those kills. And instead he went for his own glory, because everyone wants to be a carry in this game, and unfortunately lost them the game. But yeah, well, hope you enjoyed. We saw some nice Ziggs play, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of this champion. And hopefully I will get some more games in a few weeks when people are used to him and can pull off some nice tricks with him. So I will see you next time. GG.